Boom! Welcome back to Do You Know What I'm Saying? I'm Derek. That's me behind the scene. I guess I'm doing this solo dolo. Okay, so first, before we get going, as you know, we don't edit anything. We do everything in one take. So I looked over my video and I had to go back because I was talking about uh, a city and a town in Korea. Well, I spelled it wrong. It was Wasuri. It's in Gangwon-do province. Okay, it's a little town, Wasuri, and it's spelled Wasu-re, Gangwon-do, Gangwon hyphen do. Okay, the other one is Gyeonggi-do. Gyeonggi-do is a province. I used to hang out in the city Bundang. So it's Gyeonggi-do, Gyeongggi hyphen do. And I was hanging in the city Bundang, Bundang. I think it's Bundang Shi, S-E, I believe. So anyway, I just wanted to clear that up. So today, let me get right into it. Today, I wanted to talk about relationship stuff. I mean, reason why I brought this up because I've dated many women, and I've had from working in the medical field, from working as a teacher, I've been around 98, 99% women most of my whole career, so I've heard the good, the bad, and the ugly. You understand what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? But what I've always seen that a lot of breakups, a lot of arguments, a lot of fights, even at work. But I'm gonna stick to relationships. Communication, I believe, truly, wholeheartedly, is the key. It's just my personal belief. Once you cannot communicate with your mate, once you cannot communicate with your mate, it's done. It's done. I mean, you can fight, you can somehow fix it if you know how to communicate. But if you have bad communication, then it's just a lost cause. It's like you're just going through the motions. You're not actually learning each other. You're not actually sharing your inner thoughts or your deepest thoughts. Now, a lot of people can't share their deepest thoughts. Me, I can share my deepest thought because that's just how I am. I prefer to know you and you know me. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people want to be um this a guy wants to be super guy and the woman wants to be the perfect woman, but you know and I know that ain't true. There's no superman and there's no superwoman. There is not. We all have flaws, we all have problems, we all have our dark side, we all have our good side. Nobody is just this one uh, type of individual where you have no flaws. Impossible. Impossible. But I would say, and this has always been my golden rule, and this is just going to be a short video because I just really want to talk about this because I've had these type of situations over the years, with multiple relationships. Okay, I always felt this was just one of my rules. Okay, no need to lie, no need to lie. Just tell it like it is. Win, lose, or draw, no matter how they feel, love it or like it, don't lie about it. Don't lie about it. Tell it how it is. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you did something wrong. Maybe you didn't mean to do something wrong. Maybe it was just, at the spare of the moment, you just did something that your spouse or your girlfriend wouldn't like. You know what I'm saying? Your wife or your girlfriend wouldn't like. So you just done something, but it was like impulse, like you out with your homeboys, you know what I'm saying? And you see a chick, she say hello, you say hello. That's just impulse, not that you really trying to talk to the chick. That's just impulse. Many women have done the same thing, but they'll tell you, oh my God, never, never, oh my, I never. You know what I'm saying? Many men will get caught looking at a woman, but that's usually just impulse. Men look at women. That's our natural instinct, our natural impulse. Like, boom, we're gonna look at a woman. That's just natural. And a man typically usually gets caught because we usually follow. We usually follow the woman, so we usually always get caught. A woman does the same thing. Now, fellas, don't get it twisted. Don't stop listening to this. Um, you know, women are smarter than men and da 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 da. No, no. They do exactly what we do. Watch them. Watch them. Everything we do, they do. You know what I'm saying? Believe me, I've been working in female fields for years. They do exactly what we do. Watch them. Watch them. You know what I'm saying? Think about if you've ever done something mischievous, let's say cheated on someone. Think about all the steps you did. Now, if someone has actually cheated on you or done something mischievous to you, think about the steps she did. Now, when you think about it, it's all the same thing you did. So they ain't no smarter than us on how they do their thing. We just not paying attention to it. You understand what I'm saying? They're paying attention to us because they're more alert because they're built that way. They're groomed that way. We're not. We're not. We're groomed in a way of find yourself a good woman and then make a home with her. A woman typically hears all her life, man ain't a man will cheat, a man will be a man, da 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 da. But a man, we're not groomed like that. You understand what I'm saying? We're find a good woman, you know what I'm saying, make her your wife, have a family, blah blah blah. And that's basically where it stops. But a woman is groomed, she expects us to do something mischievous, to do something, you know, that can hurt the relationship. Okay. So now getting back into why I'm saying all this, I'm saying this to say that this is what I mean by you have to pay attention. You see how men, we see a good looking woman, we glare, right? We stare, we follow all the way, right? A woman can look at a man just like that, but you won't catch it. Well, some of you won't catch it. I'll catch it right away, right away. You know what I'm saying? But some of you won't even catch it. You won't even see it. You know. But that if you do catch it and you say to her, "Was you checking out that dude? What you talking about? What you talking about?" And you get in an argument about it, blah 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 blah. She say, "I was just looking." You know what I'm saying? It's just like a second, fellas. Let me give you a little bit of game. That second is long as our stare. It's just as strong as our stare. A woman can calculate, can compute that fast what she wants and what she's thinking that fast. We are locked in because we like to see the whole thing. We like to see the whole product. You feel me? So we locked in. A woman don't need to lock in. That's why when you go to try to date a woman, try to approach a woman, you know, she can block you. She can say, no, no, what you want. You know what I'm saying? Because she's already computed in seconds, what it takes us maybe a minute to do or 60 seconds to do. Not 60 seconds, 30 seconds to do. You know what I'm saying? A woman has already computed what she feels about you that fast. But it's no different. Don't get it twisted. It is no different. It holds the same weight, should I say. It holds the same weight as our long stare in there 1 second or 3 seconds. It holds the same weight. So don't get it confused thinking that, oh, no. Oh, well, yeah, she was just looking. Man, get out of here. They just like us. Don't get it confused. They exactly like us. But getting back to the point at hand, communication. Communication is the key. I strongly, strongly, firmly believe that is a key to any relationship. And every argument is not a breakup. It's not. If you want to be with someone for a long time, man, you're gonna go through. You let's break it down like this. You're gonna go to elementary school. If I'm saying if you want to have a long term relationship, think about it like this. You're going to go through elementary school. First, let's get it. You're going to go through Head Start, elementary school, middle school. If you're lucky, you'll make it to high school. If you're better than lucky, you make it to college or the university. Okay? Then you'll get that doctor. You understand what I'm saying? That's when you out there, y'all 25 years plus, y'all doing y'all thing. But First and foremost, you got to know how to communicate, and every argument is not a breakup. Every argument is not a chance to go out and see someone else. Every argument is, if someone is always perfect all day, is that, I mean, honestly, is that real? That's not real. That's not real. Everybody has feelings. Everybody has feelings. Maybe they don't know how to express them as good as well as you do, but everybody has feelings. Everybody has their own personal emotions and baggage inside of them that they can't express. And myself, I have dated mostly. I've dated a lot of Black American women, but I've also dated mostly foreign women, meaning Asian women. You understand? Asian, Mexican, Middle Eastern. I've done my thing. That's just a few, but I'm just saying. Um, when you dating a foreign woman or a foreign man, communication can get lost in translation so many times over and over and over and over and over. So that's why you have to really sit down with your mate and really tap into them. Tap into her her inner thoughts of how she really feels, how what she really wants to say. It may take more time than it would do if you were speaking to someone of your same culture. So for me, I've dated mostly outside of my culture. I would say probably in my lifetime, maybe 80, 90% outside of my culture. So I've had a lot of communication issues, lost in translation issues, where I've had arguments where I didn't mean what she thought I said, or she didn't mean what I thought she said. So I have learned to guess to be a communication guru, I would say. And I'm not saying I got everything right because I didn't, but I can say that I have had long-term relationships. You understand what I'm saying? I can say I am an expert, but it's not to say that experts don't fall flat. You know what I'm saying? Don't fall on their face, don't get hurt, don't get their heart broke. You don't become an expert without going through some troubles. You know what I'm saying? Some trials and tribulations, some pain, some heartache. You don't. You have to be able to, you have to go out there and be in the trenches, in the game. You know what I'm saying? Blood, sweat, and tears to get to this level, with in life, in relationships, and in order to be in a long-term relationships, you're gonna see it all. I mean, you're gonna see it all. But if you're strong enough and she's strong enough, and y'all find a way to communicate with each other, and please, every argument is not a breakup. It's not a chance. Oh, I'm tired of him or I'm tired of her, and it's time to go. It's not like that. It's not like that. If you sincere. Now, some people they're not sincere. They're not sincere. Everything is play, but you have to be the one to know to notice that when you see it, and recognize it when you see it. But I'm speaking of sincere people in a sincere relationship, a committed relationship. Every argument is not a chance for a breakup. Every argument is not a fear of a breakup. Just try to learn to communicate better with each other. Take more time with each other, even if you just got to walk to the park. I'm not a big spender. I don't take women all over the place. I don't do that. I'm more of you show me who you are. I need to know who you are. Before we can do all this other stuff, I really need to know who you are. So I'm more of a talker. Like I said, communicator. I need to know who this woman is. I need to know um, when I'm on my deathbed and I'm looking up at this woman, I understand I can leave my life to her. I can leave I can leave my assets to her, my money, my house, my children. I feel on my deathbed I trust this woman with my world and the world that I leave behind. You understand? So, but in that committed relationship, without that communication, you can't get to that level. You can't even feel that type of comfort unless you learn how to communicate with your significant other, wife, uh, committed girlfriend, I guess, committed girlfriend or your committed boyfriend, but You gotta learn to communicate. I have been in situations where, man, I could have said something like, maybe I'm going to the store, you know, but I went outside, I saw my homeboys, boom, that store turned into 8, 10 hours. And when I got home, we were going at it, da 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 da. But at that time, I'm fresh out of college. We too young. We don't know how to communicate. Just that something that little turned into something really big. But as time went on, we learned to communicate with each other, and I learned to be more honest about my friends and things that I wanted to do. Like, baby, hey, I'm not trying to just disregard you, but I saw my friends, and hey, I didn't mean to do that. I saw my friends, and it was just spare the moment, and I wasn't thinking, and you wasn't really doing nothing at home but sleeping. So I figured, hey, I just want to hang out. She didn't like what I said. She didn't like what I said, but she had to admit her fault. We're young. We're young. I don't want to sit in the house and watch you sleep. I saw my homeboys, and why am I sitting in the house watching you sleep? No, I want to go hang out with my friends, but I couldn't tell her that at that particular time. I was too young, and I wasn't able to explain it to her or communicate my true inner thoughts. So that's just one situation, but I want to end this video, and I just want to say, honestly, just on relationships, if you can learn to communicate, that's the key. That's the key for any long-term committed relationship. And starting a relationship, if you can feel someone that you can communicate with, it's not necessarily that's the person you're going to be with, but if you can feel some sense of, maybe I can grow with this person and can have a real sit down and talk to them, maybe that's the person for you, or maybe not. But if you can communicate well, no matter if they can, you can. I mean, at the beginning relationship, at the beginning levels, because you're still trying to fill them out, then you know yourself just by what you can feel and how well you can communicate. Then maybe this is not the girl for me, maybe not the woman for me, maybe it's not the man for me. But first and foremost, you have to start with yourself. Nobody's going to make you happy. You have to make yourself happy first. Okay? One, you have to know how to communicate with the person in the mirror before you can communicate with somebody out there. All right, people. I'll talk to y'all later. You know what I'm saying? I'm Derek. That's Meet Up Behind the Scenes. Peace. Subscribe.